Say a very good morning. Baie goeiemôre Suid-Afrika, Molweni, Mzansi. It is as usual on a Wednesday morning, no matter where we are, no matter what we are doing, that this world will stop for me at 9 o'clock in South Africa or wherever I am, South African time, 9 o'clock, to say a very good morning, a baie goeiemôre, Molweni, to everybody in this beautiful South Africa. 9 o'clock on a Wednesday morning is my update on the nation. It's my talk to what is happening and to greet a couple of people. Marinda, daar het Gans by. Baie daar vakansie gehou. Been there quite a lot. I hope it's as beautiful as always. And a good morning, Rosemary, Wendy, Shirley, Heath, good morning. My executive members that are always there. Basil Leatherman, our CEO Jacques, our youth leader at the current moment, the coordinator Jesse, my son De Beer, Erika, good morning. To Warren, who's always standing by from our membership, our executive looking at our PR, also to my PA in my office executive, Sydney, to the team back at the office monitoring, Hasi, Victor, to our people across the world, Lorna, Sher, Vanessa, to our IEC coordinator leadership under Brett, good morning. Chris Jonk, as hy daar is, goeiemôre. Basil Leatherman and his team in PE, Dwayne. May I thank everybody for always joining us. If I've left you out, my humble apology to my teams. But I wanted to say a very specific good morning to everybody today and to our people. Baie goeiemôre, Pietru. Today, I have a couple of very important matters to discuss with you. As normal, I wanted to just start when we are on 350. That's our benchmark, 350 members online, and then we go for it. We are now 301. In the interim, Janet, good morning. Gaan het goed? Marlies Botha, Emma, Wessel, baie goed Wessels. We are climbing well. Marlisa, goeiemôre. Jimmy, how are you? It's going well. We've got a big week coming. Charles Moran, nice to see you as well. Nola, goeiemôre. Heidi, Alipad van George, ons sterk mense. Got to get our councillors in George ready. Got to get our wards. So skop agter en daar. Sybil, good morning. Sybil, that's not good. Load shedding and no water. You must email us at info@uimsa.org. I'd like to know. Bietjie ingegryp ook gister daar by 'n plek in die Vrystaat. Warren, good morning. Everybody's going there. Climbing it. Been asked again. Thank you. We will post our bank details now. And some very good news on our target. 305. Terwasan Naidu, good to see you. And there we are, 350. That was quick. That was 5 minutes. So we will start. Gloria, good morning. Boksburg, weer is koud. Maar hou vast, die UIM bring warmte, né? We are going to bring warmth. Neville, good morning. East London, I really hope to see you guys soon. One of our bedrocks, one of our solid cities is London in our country. Ursula, good morning. Koos, verskoning vir Glenda. Nee, dis reg, aanvaar. Linda, Groot Brakrivier. That's it, Derwan. You're counting for us, 353. So I can start. Bob sê, ek weet ons mis nie ons 9 uur op 'n Woensdag nie. Dis belangrik, it's important not to miss these sessions because important information will come through you and it's important. Even to Marie in Vereniging, daar sê. Again, a very good morning, South Africa. Dis altyd 'n eer. I'd like to just say the pink shirt today is on purpose. I was asked by a very good lady, Desiree, last night, where are the pink shirts lately? So, this morning, pink shirt. This is for Desiree, who said to me, I'm always colorful, I'm always bright. Thank you. I don't always feel colorful and bright, Desiree. But this morning for our ladies, to make sure that we are always conforming to the pastel colors and that your future president and current party president looks well, I decided to don my pink. To many people, I will not say it is pink today. I will tell them it is indeed salmon. So vir die mans, dit is nie pink nie, dit is 'n bietjie salmon van kleur. Maar vir die dames, dit is Liberace en Bless Bridges pink. So, there you got it. Today I'm donning for Desiree the color pink and for all our women of the Women Bureau. The Women Bureau that are our bedrock. The pink is for you today. South Africa, very important. The agenda today is very, very clear. I'd like to just maybe discuss 5 or 6 items. Please leave your comments. Let us know, inbox us. Very importantly, remember that you can email us at info@uimsa.org. If you want to contact me, write it, say a message to the president, a message to Niel de Beer, and my guys, they will get it, without a doubt. Sharon, thank you. Very snazzy. Better than Suki Cyril, hey? I mean, I know that when I become president of the country, I will most doubtedly get your fashion tips so that I can look and feel correct on behalf of the people of this republic. Not like these crazy people, vulgar people, that stand out there representing our nation at the Pan-African Parliament and act like absolute hooligans in my name and in yours. And we are not letting that go. We have written a letter. I will post that letter today before 5 o'clock, where we wrote to the chairman and the president of the Pan-African Parliament to express our absolute disgust, not just in Julius Frikkie Malema, but in all of the members representing this continent. And I will post that letter today so that you can see it. Maniere kos niks. Manners costs not a penny. And that's what I want. Firstly, I'd like to address our current state of fundraising, the fundraising project that we started about 8 weeks ago. We asked that now South Africa, now that the movement, and I will address this movement, the UIM movement, moving over now to the possibility of finalizing to become the United Independent Movement Party in South Africa. I am very happy to announce that we are within 14 days away from finalizing our constitution, rendering such constitution. Jacques, the CEO, and his team with Brett, and all our representatives in the metros are working. And these are people that are very important to us. Shafiq in the Western Cape, Basil Leverman in Port Elizabeth, Classy in PE, the great Tumi in Soweto, our new organizers coming into Kimberley, our members now that are standing up in Lenasia, our people in Chatsworth, the people in Durban that are waking up to the fact that no matter how they put the ballot box down, the UIM has become the alternative. The UIM has become that alternative to all the other political parties, and those that were political parties and now changed the color of their flag, but just reinventing themselves in another skin, like a chameleon. Vragtig die UIM is niet, yeah, we are the new kid on the block, but it's not about new broom sweeping cleaner. We are old South Africans. We just have a different attitude of gatful, of having enough. So when we asked 8 weeks ago to raise 350,000 rand, that is to pay our staff, to get our extra complement of staff monthly paid, to make sure that we've got petrol in the tank, that we've got registration of party, that we've got enough information, data and intelligence, that we can enter our constitution, but more than that, to activate the info flow to get the party members ignited, to print our posters, to print our flyers, and to start our campaign. Die rede hoekom ons gesê het 350,000 vir die eerste projek, is omdat ons geglo het dat 350,000 sal ons lede betaal wat nou werk in ons kantore, ons computers, ons data, ons intelligensie, ons posters, ons flyers en ons aktivasie oor hierdie hele land, sodat ons kan regmaak om die party te registreer en meer as dit om die party te aktiveer. Ek is baie bly. Al vat dit lank, al het dit nou al 6 tot 8 weke gevat, waar nie net ons geld insit nie, maar dat Suid-Afrika opstaan en sê dat die enigste opsie is die UIM. South Africa, we asked you to dig deep, because we are becoming that political party that must enter the local government election. We have no choice. And that was your question and your demand, that we take a party on the ballot list so that we can go and fight for a new South Africa, no matter how small we are. And look at us now. So we asked to raise for this phase of party launch and party activation the sum of 350,000 rand. Today, as of 9 o'clock this morning, the balance that we have had able to raise, the balance that we've been able to already spend on our staff, our complementing of posters and flyers and the activation in 3 regions, we've been able to raise the following figure, and we will post it. We are currently on 218,830 totally collected in 8 weeks. Again, we are on 218,830 rand, and therefore leaving us still an amount of 131,620 to collect. South Africa, if we don't get there, we will have a fight and a battle that won't let us join, to make sure that at least 8 or 9 or 30 municipalities have the UIM as an option. And I'll tell you now on this live broadcast why it is important to put the UIM on the ballot. It's because of the attack, the collapse, and the mere absolute utter rubbish service that is being given at municipalities. If you could see the amount of emails of people now turning to the UIM to intervene in places with no electricity, no water, and no services, and where the councillors are now being approached by the citizens to their gates and they refuse to come out. I asked yesterday, for instance, in the Free State, next to the Val Dam, in a little place called Daneville, I was called to intervene. And I spoke to some leaders there, and I said, the minute you push the button, we will be there. Because what the UIM makes a major difference. It's us. It's we the people. It's no one else. It's not a hoi polloi politician, a guy that gets 30,000 a month salary and a kush car in an office as a councillor who does nothing. The UIM has energy. The UIM is you. The UIM went beyond Niel de Beer. It went beyond us. It's become you, South Africa. And we're asking that we fight the ANC, the EFF, and any other, including people in the DA, people in the Freedom Front, anybody that doesn't deliver service. Like Lady Brandt. Lady Brandt is a DA council, and Lady Brandt has collapsed. I was there. Our CEO, Jacques, comes from Lady Brandt. Daar's niks oor nie. Shocking. So no matter it seems, if it's DA, if it's ANC, if it's EFF, Vryheidsfront, Minnescent Plus, Cope, or even Herman Mashaba, that had 5 years of full extensive power to lead Joburg. What did they deliver? Nothing. If they delivered something, it's not good enough. So it's easy, South Africa. Give the power back to the people. Give it back to you and me. We can do this. And therefore we ask, let's raise enough capital into the UIM so that we can go fight that battle. Yeah, and I'm a little bit, I don't know, disappointed that it took us 8 weeks just to get to 200,000, which 100,000 of the 218,000, 100,000 was not even given by a South African. 100,000 to us is not even from a South African. It is from a German gentleman that stays in this country for a small period of time and loves this country with everything he's got, and he gave us that money. So that means South Africa, half was not given by South Africans. But it does not matter. We have 130 to go to first race to register this party and launch it. And if we do not, then we are up and into God's will. 6 months ago, when I was asked, can we start this, I didn't even hesitate. We've plowed more than 2-3 million in. We need your help. We need to get to that last benchmark to launch. So I hope today that you can speak to the world. South Africa, we are now currently on 11,983 supporters on our supporters page. We are 17 people short of 12,000. That is supporters on our support, the UIM Facebook supporters page. We are 17 people short of hitting 12,000. And Brett and the team, Sharon, Lorna, and everybody, wow. But here's the problem, South Africa. It doesn't help that we've got 12,000 supporters, likes, and those people are not members. Now listen to me very clearly, and this video will be replayed. I don't think we understand. You are not a member, a registered virtual card carrying member of the UIM if you are just on our supporters page. You've got to go and register to be a member of the UIM, and membership of the movement is free, South Africa. So everybody here right now that is watching me, it's your duty to ask, have you registered at membership@uimsa.org? Are you registered? Do you have that e-ticket with your number? So if you are not, and you are part of the 11,900 supporters on the supporters page, you are not a member of the UIM. We want members. Because if we have that, you get the benefit of an exclusive, new, launched newsletter that you subscribe to, that you get, where you get internal activated information no one else gets. And that's about to be launched. And if you are not a member, you can't subscribe and you can't get it. We are about to now launch in our country the latest gear, our latest UIM clothing that you can purchase so that we can online raise more funding without having to, beg people for donations. Come now, SA. And the people that are going to get access to those clothing, and I've seen it and it's funky, those people, plain and simply, are going to be the members first. So if you are on a Facebook site, you are supporting the UIM, you are not a member yet. And if you are not a member, you can't get that exclusive newsletter that's going to come out to subscribe to, or our corporate clothing, or our launches. So come now. There are some great things happening to our membership. And very soon, we will also be bringing you something called UIM Finance. So we are giving you back. So please today, if you are not a card-carrying member, a ticket-carrying numbered member, you are not a member of the UIM. Let's pump it up. We've got 17 to go to 12,000 people supporting us, and we have 4,500 members. We should then stand on 12,000 members. It's free, guys. To become a member of the movement, It's currently free. So join now before we move to a party, where the normal things will then happen to a party, where party membership and subscriptions and things happen. Join us now. So please again, membership at uimsa.org. You've got to go there. You've got to get registered so that we can show the people we are members. We are not just supporters. There's a lot of people helping. If you can't subscribe or you're finding it difficult, I always see Lorna, I always see Sher, I always see our people, our greatest volunteers on earth, our members, that they can help us so that you can get. Let's have a rise of membership so that we can launch this party. I think it's clear. So I'm going to stop with the administrative side. We've raised 218. We need another 131. We are standing on 11,983 supporters, 17 to go, then we are at 2,000. Let's make today a concerted effort to get to both goals. The people that have also donated to us, before the end of this week, I will be signing and just sending you a very important letter from ourselves, thanking you from our hearts. Because you have the 5,000s, the 10,000s, the 1,000s, the 20 rand, the 50 rand. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. It gives us a fight. I'm very excited to tell you that 16th of June, next week, Youth Day, we are part of a massive program in the Western Cape. And I've noticed that I've been honored to speak at the 16th June youth event, and will be sharing the platform with a true South African icon. And that icon is Ellen Busak. What an honor and privilege to be put there. So 16 June, massive launch. Watch, coming live, 16 June Youth Day, and a big surprise of the launch of the Western Cape UIM and the people there. We are moving. South Africa, then I'd like to address the following. I received a video from a gentleman called Hein Marx, who is part of the 4 the ULA, which is a movement in South Africa, an association that stands for the possibility of the individual right of a nation to secede. Ek het 'n video gesien waar meneer Hein Marx van die 4 'n gesprek gemaak het waar hy praat van secessie, maar ook die grondwetlike aspekte van wat dit beteken om 'n nasie te wees op eie reg, eie kultuur en eie taal. In this video, it was amazing to see that he mentioned the UIM and the possibilities that the UIM is the new kid on the block and should be looked at. In hierdie video van Hein Marx het hy beskryf dat die UIM 'n moontlike toekoms is vir hierdie land. What makes the video so special about Mr. Marx, which I class as a very intellectual human being, a person that has got huge insight, a person that you do not just take on and say that you don't listen to the factual obligations that he has gone through. But what is more amazing is that he is classed as a far right and I'm classed as a far left. And that in normal circumstance, there would possibly be no way that Hein Marx and Niel would be able to find a middle way. In die normale geskiedenis is daar seker geen moontlikheid gegee op enige persentasie dat 'n man soos Niel met my geskiedenis en 'n man met Hein Marx se geskiedenis in hierdie land ooit om een tafel sou sit en sê, kan ons 'n middelweg vind nie. Well, you are wrong. I am officially being told by my executive that I can make it very public that the UIM will reach out today by sending an invitation to Mr. Hein Marx of the ULA to have talks, to sit down and to find a respective middle way, to look at what his memberships are saying, and to find a way where we can work together. Hierdie is 'n duidelike boodskap aan meneer Hein Marx van die VVA, dat die UIM, sy uitvoerende direksie en bestuur, my getaak het om te sê, meneer Marx, Ons sal baie bly wees om met u te ontmoet, om 'n tafel met u bestuur te sit en uit te vind dat hoe vind ons, maak nie saak ons ideologie, dat ons by mekaar kan sit om 'n beter land te bou vir almal. So dis amptelik, ons stuur daai uitnodiging nou op Facebook en op hierdie gesprek uit aan meneer Marx en sy groep van die VVA. I will personally also engage with Mr. Marx in this week to set up a meeting, and I look forward to show the people of the world that no matter where you come from, the left, the right or the middle, that if it comes and it is about a country's future, South Africans should meet. So I'm very clear about that. Then South Africa, we are asked about councillors. We are still wanting volunteers across the country that wants to stand for office. We need councillors. Now let me explain. If we do not get volunteers in every ward in this country, then we cannot fight the fight. It's simple. If you are staying in Koekenaap, Kraaifontein, Appington, Welkom, Welgemoot, Brakpan, Nigel, Johannesburg, Durban, Pietermaritzburg, Umhlanga, Gauteng, Bloemfontein, Kimberley, we cannot fight your fight. What is a councillor? A councillor is a normal human being. It's a person that's normal, that gets up and fights the fight for the community, in any case, paid or not paid. The only difference is, a councillor gets paid. But we need councillors with ethics. We need councillors that have soul. We need councillors that have heart again. And I'm not saying every councillor is bad. I'm saying the majority. The majority suck. Because you've become mundane and you sit on your backside and you see the community suffer. You see the water run out. You see the sewage absolutely not happening. And you see the people not getting services. You as the councillor must get up and object. But you're not. Why? You've been in power for 27 years and sucking up taxpayers' money. That's it. Now let me quickly tell you, it's time for change. And under the UIM, our policies of absolutely non-racialism, of not accepting that poverty has a color, because it doesn't, because black and white in this country are poor and suffering, where we don't mind and care what your religion is, as long as that you stand for light and good, and that you fight crime, stop corruption, and get our money where it needs. Now, that is not a person with any qualifications except heart and soul and in Christ. Now, if you're sitting and looking at me and you want to be a superhero without a cape, without a massive laser, but just consciousness, we need you. The UIM needs you. We actually need you. I'm asking you for national service. As the president of the UIM, I'm asking you for a call of duty. As die president van die UIM wat nou my lewe afgestaan het vir die volgende 9 jaar, ja ek het, vir geen finansiële gewin, het ek al my besighede oorgedra aan bestuur, en as ek nou reg om 9 jaar van hierdie lewe te gee vir hierdie land. My hele totale toekoms in politiek is nou my hele lewe. Ek het al my besighede nou oorgedra aan bestuur, behalwe 2 of 3 wat nog moet gebeur in 2 weke. Ek is bereid om te dien. Ek is bereid om weer eens nasionale diensplig te doen vir my land. Wat van jou? Yes, South Africa, it's a call for national service and duty for Republicans. The people of this republic must come to national service. It is a calling on you. So do not sit there and go, I will go on with my life, when in actual fact your normal life is being attacked right now. Where maybe, if they take the Reserve Bank, they take our land, they take our property, they take our guns, you will have nothing left, sir. Do you not get it? There will be nothing. No economy, no work, and no foreign direct investment, and just a debt burden, and an ANC and ENF that are hell-bent on stealing everything. And sorry, a DA opposition that can't even fight themselves out of a sock. even if you give them the top end of the sock. So what are you going to do? Go on with your normal work as an accountant, electrician, a panel beater, a bank executive, or a salesman. You cannot do this. You have to do what Niel and so many others has done, and that is stop it and fight that you bring your country back to normality, and then you can go back to life. South Africa, we are at a war. We are at an economic crunch. I am saying it today. This is a call for national service. And we are the only people that are doing it. The UIM is calling national service, and we are not calling you up with a gun, because soon you won't be able to carry it if it goes on like it does. We are calling you to national duty to stand up in your town, in your street, in your home, and join the UIM as a councillor. Now, today, ons het soldate nodig. En nie soldate met 'n geweer, 'n R4, 'n R5, 'n Galil of 'n AK nie. Ons het soldate nodig met hart, wat sal opstaan en sê, dis my wijk, dis my dorp, dis my straat, en tot hier toe, en nie verder nie. Maklik. Ek het dit gedoen. Ek het my finansiële groep, my myngroep, my investeringsgroep, my agrigroep, het ek nou gegee aan ander bestuur, want as ek nie nou staan nie, is daar ter waarde niks oor om voor te staan nie. My life was planned to the T. 65, I'm out of business, and I wanted to become a philanthropist. I wanted to go and start stuff that will give away money so that we can rebuild this continent. And I have been called to duty by God and by the citizens that are on this Facebook to say to me, Niel, will you lead this change? And I have. Realistically, it's 9 years of my life. I am 52. By the time that we have gone to the 24 election and another 5 years to serve, it's 9 years of my life. And I am willing to do this for the Republic of South Africa against all odds. The swearing, the attacks, the continual utter rubbish of people that just want to denigrate and attack the UIM leadership because you have no other power. And now people have been exposed. And people are writing to me and saying to me, told you so. People are in jail. People are now being chastised and the truth comes out and then people say, but Niel, now we know why you didn't respond or attack. It's not worth it, South Africa. Karma, justice and God's will is huge. It needs no help from us as mere mortal beings. The truth will come out. It is ungentlemanly, it is unscholarly, and it is not in God's grace to attack and denigrate and push people down. They will do it themselves. For anybody that continues the mantra of New World Order, Stratcom and horse rubbish, of saying that we still serve the ANC agenda. What a lot of rubbish. And if you perpetuate this, we will defend an attack on a legal and a constitutional court level and leave you with nothing. Because we know who we are. We are normal South Africans in an abnormal society trying to do the abnormal thing. Now, if you want to join us, then write to membership at uimsa.org today. It's your call-up duty. Serve now. Dames, praat met julle mans. Klim julle dames in. Want ek sê nou vir julle, Suid-Afrika sonder vroue, Suid-Afrika sonder die murgbeen, die konstitusionele platform, die vrou is die doener, dan staan u op. Maar moenie by die huis sit en nie u huis, u straat en u wijk verdedig teen absolute niks nie. I need the Women's Bureau to get up today. And when your husband, your brother, your dad comes to tell him it's national service time again. Here's your call-up paper. Sê vir hom. En as hulle nie wil nie, dan staan jy op. Then you, the women of this country, defend your streets. Because we are at an economic, social war. Issue the call up. I have just done so. We will defend our street, defend our house and our ward against this dark and absolutely narcissistic ideology that stealing, corruption, theft is okay. And it is not so. And the only people that can fight is you. I've already started. Our ammunition is you. Our ammunition is intelligence. And I'm sorry to tell you this, South Africa, but we are not going to win the local government election or the national elections on Facebook. We are not going to win this on social media. Yes, this helps to spread the word, but it's time the UIM gets onto the street. And this Saturday, I am announcing that we are exploding in Lentegeur in the Cape Town. We are going to Lentegeur with our first t-shirts, our first pamphlets, and we're going to walk those streets until I cannot walk anymore. Join us live. It's coming. We are taking our neighborhoods back. So for all the other guys, die manne met die groen t-shirts, die manne met die geel en groen, die manne met die blauw, maak pad. Don't get in our way. You've had 27 years of ruling our streets. Nothing. We have no streets left. It's weird. So the UIM is coming and you must volunteer. I want activations across this country. It's time. Our first 100, our first 1,000. We are trying to now, in the second run, the minute that we get our 350 in the bank to register and launch this party, we will then go to a second run and raise more money town to town so that we can flood every single street with our t-shirts and our pamphlets. And that's what we're going to do. Club. So councillors, membership at uimsa.org. Send it there to become a member, and if you want to be a councillor, send it into info and put their ward councillor, what your ward number is and where. Tomorrow, I think it is tonight, Warren? Yes. Tonight? I'll Zoom? So tonight at 6 o'clock, live on Zoom, our first more than 80 ward councillors from across the country is joining us. So I am hoping you guys join us and volunteer. Because at every town in this country, you should have one ward councillor. One single moment for the UIM. Come now, let's get back in there. South Africa, then the party, exactly as I said, we are about 2 weeks away from Constitution. The deadline, as I've been told by Brett, our IEC coordinator, is currently that 31 July. Is the final day that the UIM must register and get in. We have to get in. Help us. So if you want to be a ward councillor, there's going to be every single week a training session on Zoom about what the party stands for, what do we believe in, our policies, and where we should go. So join us. So congratulations tonight to Brett, to Jacques, Taliat, his team, Jesse, everybody else, Warren and the guys that are sitting there that are organizing the Zoom call tonight. I look forward to speaking to our first soldiers, our first democratically elected, normal people, we the people councillors tonight. I really look forward to that Zoom. Then 2 other announcements I'd like to make. So the party, we are going to keep you up to speed every day. We need 500 signatures. We need the normal, and I'm going to have Brett and the guys maybe do a session to explain this to yourself. Then, finally, a very good announcement. We are looking at within 1 week from now, doing a job. People aren't 9 o'clock watching us, they're phoning me, so then that's weird. If you're phoning me right now, you possibly are not on UIM Earth. I don't know who you are. I don't want insurance. I've got a fine cell phone. And I really, really have got cars that are covered. Leave me alone. Ons is besig met serieus goed, man. Skrikkelik goed. And no, I don't want Tupperware. If you're going to phone me one more again to sell me Tupperware, dan gaan ek jou op jou boutjie raps. Waar het jy my nommer gekry? So no, I don't need Tupperware. I am okay. If you make money through Tupperware, I'm sorry. It's just ek het nie meer plek in my kas nie. So, hey, South Africa. Imagine you get a telephone call instead of selling you Tupperware, and you get a call from Eskom offering you power. Right, that was a fun break. So, in about 2 weeks from now, I'd like to announce something very special. I have been asked by independent media, in specifically the business report section under a great lady, Audrey Seneca, to, as of next week, start writing again on a weekly national newspaper segment under Niel about the current economic state, the current situation of the National So-Called Development Program, the NDP, the failures and the few successes. So I don't know if you know it, I have written approximately 89 articles over 2 years for the paper, and I was very humbled receiving that call back, asking again for me to write my page reports in the Burger, the Argus, the Natal Mercury, the Star and the Pretoria News on a weekly basis. I look forward again taking up my seat as a journalistic economist of this country and going back and telling you the truth. So watch out for that segment and launch in the business report section of independent media in the Burger, the Argus, the Natal Mercury, the Star and the Pretoria News as of the next 2 weeks. We are going to show you what citizenry is about, and we are going to put out there in the papers every week the truth, die waarheid. And then we will make sure that there is something called NDP Watch by NDB. How's that? The Niel de Beer Watch on the NDP, which is currently easy because nothing's happening actually. So big launch coming, independent media within 2 weeks. And I look forward to being in your face in every newspaper weekly. That is an honor because it shows you the respect I have for your and our opinion. South Africa, I'm going to wrap up by again reminding us that to be a South African is a privilege, that to be a South African is an honor, and that to be a South African in true blood is a blessing from God. The only way that we can fight the constitutional changes of Section 25, that they don't take our property, the only way to fight that we have the right to defend ourselves with our own firearm instead of focusing on those that have illegal firearms is to fight, to make sure that our nationalization of our Reserve Bank at the end of the day does not take place, is to join the UIM. I look forward to speaking to people like Hein Marx. And also, may I say, I had a very, very long conversation yesterday with another great man who I have dealt with on a platform, and that is General Izak van Zyl. Last night, I spoke to General Izak van Zyl of the Boerelegioen on the comments that he made on a video where he has requested us, as the citizens of this country, to ensure self-defense. Ek het 'n lang gesprek weer gehad met Generaal Izak van Zyl van die Boerelegioen. Ek vind Generaal van Zyl oop. Ek vind hom as 'n patriot. En ek vind Generaal van Zyl as 'n mens wat 'n mens is. Jy kan maar sê wat jy wil, maar sy strategie, sy opleiding en sy omgee oor Suid-Afrikaners is vir my ongelooflik. So op daai video van Generaal van Zyl, geluk. Ons waardeer wat u doen vir ons mense. Ek het al met u gepraat, as you know, I've spoken to General van Zyl on many occasions. We had a great debate, and I really have a lot of respect for him. Dames en here, dit maak nie saak van ons politieke ideologie nie. Dit gaan oor ons hart en siel en hoe ons hierdie land wil verenig. So, dit is altyd vir my ongelooflik dat mense my in 'n posisie sal plaas om te sê, maar die Afrikaner en die blanke, ek hou nie van hulle nie. En ek sê weer eens, ek is dan blank. Ek is 'n Afrikaner. Maar wat ek nie van hou nie is rasisme. Ek sal dit weer sê. Ons is moeg vir die blanke, swart, liberale en konservatiewe rasis. Ek gaan dit weer sê. Rasisme het nie 'n plek in ons land nie. Inteendeel. Rasisme het geen plek in die wêreld nie. En ek sê dit weer. Wit rasisme op swart en swart rasisme op wit bly haat en bly rasisme. Daar's geen probleem om 'n konservatiewe ideologie te hê nie. Daar's geen probleem om 'n liberale ideologie te hê nie. Maar om dit rasisme te maak is verkeerd. There's nothing wrong being a conservative or being a liberal. We have our ideologies, but what is wrong is racism. Both sides, and that is what the UIM will not tolerate. And I've never heard, Hein Marx, or a person even like General Izak van Zyl, blatantly spewing racism to me. They want to defend culture, language, ideology, and heritage. So do I, and so do the rest of the nations of this country. So let's work together. And it's funny that I will send out the greatest invitation within the next 2 weeks to meet with both gentlemen and report back to you what we can do for everybody. At the same time, forging forward with the Griqua nation, with Basil, speaking to the Khoikhoi, the San, the Ndebele, the isiXhosa, the Zulu, the Bafokeng, the Pedi, the Ndebele, and also the Xhosa and the Khoi and the Bafokeng that stay on the regional aspects of our country. It is time that we meet our nations, and we are going on a drive to do so, because everybody in this country has a right. And then finally, to my Greek community, to my Portuguese community, to our Italian community, those communities that always write to me and say to me, but we are part of this country. Thank you to all our Portuguese citizens, to all our citizens that come from Italy. Buongiorno, come vai? Come stais? It is very, very important. And to those great Greek people I met all over the world. Thank you very much, and hola. It is great, great. Opa is the right word. So to everybody, may God bless you today. May God's greatest gracious hand come over this nation, your family, for those that have strives today, for you that wake up in a country where load shedding, water shortages, I just said sausages, maybe that will go with eggs and bacon, because hunger. Where we have people in this country that have nothing. Let's today find them and give them something. Because no matter where we come from as an ideology, we are a country that understands what is Ubuntu and Masakane. For those people that are scared, for us that live with COVID every day and the fear, let's stand with our people to bring back hope, stop the fear, and at the end of the day, not be that angry with each other. Let's forgive each other. Let's work as people in God. And let's do to others as we want done to ourselves. Mag die Here julle seën vandag. Mag hy sy glimlag oor julle laat skyn. Mag ons dink vandag aan die mense wat niks het nie. Aan die mense wat families het wat siek is. Daai wat hulle mense afgestaan het in hierdie verskriklike tyd. Mag ons hulle bring in die naam van die Here, sy sagte hande om hulle sit en omgee vandag. For if we have nothing to give, that is not true. What we have is praise, smiles, a hug, and a thank you. Let's become a country that gets up every morning, smiles, gives a hug, and looks after our neighbors. That's the South Africa the UIM wants. And that's the one we are going to fight for. Dit is die Suid-Afrika wat ek vir lief is. Die smile, die choppy, die taxi, die cheese en jammer, die glimlag vir 'n dame met 'n pineappel wat sy wil verkoop. Kom ons vat ons land terug in die UIM. Mag julle seën. May God bless you for the rest of this week. May this morning be something that you understand with pink shirt, salmon, whatever you want to call it. I'm smiling. I love you. I always have and always will. Let's take our country back. Let's do this, South Africa. Godspeed. Here seën julle. Siyabulela, siyabulela matlabane, apa nomslanje, apa unity, halala UIM, halal.